welcome. My name's Kathy A, and good morning. I have had quite a week. We've had company. We had a terrible Storm Philipe that took out trees in the back and knocked our internet out for a whole week, so I was unable to upload. So I'm going to make up for it because I'm going to probably be flooding you with like 4 videos this week. So anyway, as you know, the Sephora sale is going on right now for VIB Rouge. And if you're a VIB Rouge, you have spent way too much money on makeup, and this is your reward. You can get 20% off of items that you buy using the code 24Rouge, all one word. But I want to talk about Ulta because I went to Ulta when they were having a sale, and I actually prefer Ulta to Sephora. I think that they have, well, I call it the street side. That's, you know, they have drugstore brands and lower price brands, and then they have like the more higher end brands. And what I get from Sephora generally are things that I can't locate from Ulta. You know, brands like Kat Von D and things like that. So anyway, let's start off with some things that I picked up that I'm not too happy with. And this is a biggie because this looked so appealing. This is the Tarte Star. It's called the Magic Star. And this had just a little bit of everything in it. And I thought, wow, this is like Holy Grail Tarte stuff. It's got cheek stuff, lip stuff, eye products, mascara, eyeliner, and an amazing assortment of eyeshadows. And I thought, but please don't let it be the low quality eyeshadows that they have done in the past with these kinds of things. This packaging is just superb. It is here. It took me a while to figure this one out because I was yanking on this medallion thing in the middle, and it is like a Chinese puzzle. See, basically there's a little tab here, and you pull it up, and that pulls out your first corner, which is a highlighter, and then you've got your next corner, which is a blush, and then you've got your next corner, which is your contour, and then another blush on this side. So you've got a little bit of everything, and you've got your eyeshadows in the middle. I mean, it really is an interesting palette. And you've got 2 lips. You've got a mascara here, and then you've got an eyeliner up here. The eyeliner kind of pulled on my eyes and was very dry. This is the Kitten, Sex Kitten or something. Sex Kitten eyeliner. I found it to be a little bit dry. It is like a pencil eyeliner, and it's a little dry. It pulls on your eyes. Not a good thing for especially older eyes where you've got some crepiness going on. The lip stuff was pretty good. I liked the lip stuff, although it was, both of the colors are very, very neutral pale. And I wasn't that keen on them, actually. The blushes both looked pretty much identical on, and then I did like the highlighter. I thought it was awfully pretty, really, really pretty highlighter. Very nice. And the bronzer, of course, is, I think they've got excellent bronzers in this line. I think that's Park Avenue Princess or something. Now the eyeshadows, beautiful colors. It had so much potential. And it's that same light, chalky, drugstore 10 for $1 kind of shadows you get at Christmas time in those packages when they have like a 99-cent thing and there's like 20 shadows in there. Worst quality ever. Absolutely worst. I had trouble blending them. I had trouble putting them on. It took forever to build up any kind of eye look with them. And the colors are so stinking pretty, and they swatch kind of nicely. So I was surprised because I swatched this in the store, and that's why I bought it. But the colors are just not pigmented, and they don't last. The eye looks that I created, and I did 3 different eye looks during my work week, none of them lasted past like lunchtime. It didn't even look like I had eyeshadow on. So this was a total fail, and I'm so disappointed because I wanted this to work. The cheek products, The lip products, fine. The mascara, meh. It's not my favorite of the Tarte mascaras. I think that Tarte makes a really good mascara. The Gifted one is nice, and the Lights Camera Flashes, which is really nice. And again, they've got this thing where they're folding in a blush onto eyeshadows, so you can get contamination from the blushes onto the eyeshadow and vice versa. It's just a badly planned out thing, and you know, they really got to stop cheaping out on the eyeshadow formulas, because I'm not going to keep buying their stuff. This of course is being returned. I'm returning it with the message that this was cheaply made, and it's very disappointing. Stunning packaging, partially nice with the lip and the cheek products, but come on, Tarte, really? Another disappointment. Clinique. This looks like, you know, whoa. You know, when I saw this, I was like, this has got every color. I won't need to buy any more lipsticks ever. I am actually wearing this one here. And I'm not sure if they have names or not. But boy, this looks like it's going to be the holy grail of lip products. This is the color I'm wearing right now. Let me just show you. Let me just show you this color. Very, very pretty. Does it have a name? Tuberose Raspberry is the name of this particular one. Now I have some turned upright and some down, and the ones that are turned upright are the colors that had good pigmentation and lasted a little while. The ones that are turned upside down are extremely sheer, and you don't see any color at all, really. They're almost like an overgloss. So out of the 20 shades, there are 11 that I like, and then there are the 9 that don't have any pigmentation. So I'm at a quandary here, whether I should keep those 11 I like and give away the 9 to my granddaughters or to, you know, subscribers. I don't know. What do you think? I have a swatch here on my arm of each of these colors, and I'll let you see it. I want to give you an example of a color. This color looks very, very dark. And now I want to show you what it looks like. See that? Hardly any color at all. And that's how the light ones swatched. They get a slight sheen to them, almost like a lip gloss. And I would say that it's just unfortunate. And this one too, another one that's got a very dark look to it. And when you put it on, nothing. So my arm swatch tells you the whole story. That's all of them. I don't know what to do. Do you think I should keep it or return it? Because I prefer to return things like this that have problems. And I looked at the reviews for this, and it only got 3 stars. And now I know why it only got 3 stars. But I thought initially this was going to be a terrific holiday thing, you know. But Clinique, fail, fail, fail. I had been watching somebody else, maybe DR Makeup Debbie, I'm not sure. And she was talking about the e.l.f. Gentle Peeling Exfoliant, and it's around $9 or so in the drugstore. So I picked it up. It's actually from Ulta. I got this one at Ulta. And I tried this, and this is one of those things. It's like a cream. You put it on you wash your face, you pat it dry, and then you put like a dime-size amount in your hands, and you circle all around your skin, and it pulls up dead skin cells. And that's the kind of exfoliant it is. Now this is more of a chemical peel. I'm still gonna buy my favorite, which is about $8, and that's the Maison Apple Smoothie Peeling Gel. That does a similar thing, but this is from a Swiss apple, and it's a more natural formula. And for some reason, I found that after I used this a few days, my skin had a lot of dry patches on it. It was like it dried it out or something. It was too strong. Maybe it's too strong for me. I don't know. But this e.l.f. thing failed. I am still staying with my Maison. Apple Smoothie Peeling Gel. There's also another one called Secret Key Lemon Peeling Gel, which has a similar thing, and I think that also has the Swiss apple in it, which has got a natural exfoliant, and you get just as much little pills of dead skin, kind of gross, ew. But it's great, and so the e.l.f. thing was kind of a fail for me. I keep giving these a try. This is the Lash Princess False Lash Effect. And it actually wasn't bad this time. This is from Essence. And this is nice basic brush. The formula was very thick. It did work out fairly well. It's not my favorite mascara, but it did work out well for the price point of $4.99. I thought it was worth it. So if you're on a budget, this would probably be good for you. I think you like it. It does give you big old honking lashes, which is nice. This is a palette from a YouTube personality called Sona, and it's called Persona, and per as in as of, her persona. This is a kind of an all-encompassing eye kit, and I was a little skeptical because the color combinations, there's not a lot of colors in here, and I thought, well, maybe do one look or whatever. I'm really impressed with the quality of this. When you open it up, there's a picture of her, and then you've got a nice mirror here. See yourself in the camera. And these colors are great. They're absolutely beautiful. Make that closer. Maybe I can turn that back a little bit there. Yeah, I've made some beautiful eye looks from this. You've got a basic light color which works really well in your crease, in your inner corner. Very, very light peach color, which is like a light white girl skin color. And then you've got a nice medium neutral for the crease, or a neutral, kind of a cool tone neutral, or a warm tone. And then you've got a dark shade for your base eye, and then you can decorate it up with any of these shimmery colors. It's just a really nice surprise. I really liked this palette. I really like this, and I think that she did a good job with this. So I would definitely recommend that palette. It's something out of the ordinary, something a little simple. Persona. This is Lorac's MegaPro 4. I wasn't going to get this, and then I swatched it, and then I have seen several different people doing eye looks with this. I just couldn't resist, so I did get it, and I'm really impressed. You get a nice mirror, of course, as you do with all their palettes. What I love about Lorac is that you know where colors stand. You know which ones are matte, and you know which ones are shimmers. You know that there's always a row of matte and always a row of shimmer. And in the MegaPro palettes, they have 2 rows of matte and 2 rows of shimmer. And I love that, because there are so many times when I dip in and it's early in the morning, you know how it is, 6:30 in the morning, you start putting something on and you're like, oh geez, it's all shiny. You know, I don't want shiny stuff in my crease, especially the crease shades. So this one has nice crease shade, has a nice base shade, nice transition. You've got a nice warm tone in case you want to do that autumn eye thing people do. And you've got some nice darks for the outer corner and liners. Couple of unusual light blue and light, I guess it's kind of a seafoam green. Then you've got an olive color, and then you've got kind of a grayish color here, which is kind of a pretty warm gray, and then a bright blue, which I think is the only color I didn't use in this palette. But in the shimmer side, you've got some beautiful, beautiful shimmers. And I love this. I think that Lorac really gets it right when they do palettes. Some of their regular pros, the second one, that is probably one of my standalone, like, ride or die kind of palettes. I do like this very much. I was really pleasantly surprised. Now the only thing that I've been noticing is that I'm using some of the same colors to make my base eye before I dip into the other ones, and I know they're going to run out quickly, because these squares are much smaller than a normal eyeshadow square. So you're gonna probably run out of the colors you're using the most. So that's my only complaint, is that there's not quite enough of the base colors. And if there was a large light color, a large crease color, and a large dark corner color, and then a whole bunch of other colors, I'd be really happy, but that's me. That's me. So the Lorac MegaPro, absolutely beautiful. I like it, and I've done several different types of eye looks, and you can do a variety of eye looks with this. It's very surprising, and I'm really pleased with it. The quality's good. They did it really well. So that was definitely worth it. I had received samples of these Infallible lip paints, and I really liked a couple of them, so I got 4 different colors. And the color that is just beautiful on and perfect for fall is what they called Nude Star. I think it's called Nude Star. I'm just going to give you a quick swatch here. This is Nude Star. It's a beautiful Your Lips, but way better look. Slightly lighter from that is Spicy Blush. Now these last really well, and they feel moist on their lips, and I think that see, it's slightly lighter and a little more cooler toned. I like that one as well. It's not too pale, it's not too tan, it's just a really nice, pleasant, these two are great for neutral, nudie kind of work looks, as opposed to going out, you know, in the evening. If you're going out in the evening, these two shades are quite nice. This one is a coral shade. Now this one is called Cool Coral. I will just swatch it here next to the others. And it's a bright, bright color on. It's awfully pretty. When it mixes with your lip color, it's very, very pretty. So that's Cool Coral. And then the last one in the line, Wild Rose it's called. And this is your pink. This is a pretty pink. But it's more of an adult pink as opposed to Barbie pink. And it looks very nice. With the right outfit, it looks really nice. So I was very pleased with those Infallible lip paints. I thought that I have dry lips, chapped lips, and I thought that these were really pretty colors. So definitely would recommend them. I have found a Holy Grail item at Ulta, and you can find this in the drugstore. It is brand new from ALMAY. This is the Mega Volume 1 Coat. This is probably my new Holy Grail mascara, high-end or drugstore. Absolutely wonderful stuff. This stuff gives you totally huge lashes. You do get a false eyelash effect from this. And they're calling it a megaphone brush. It's really weird, but what's nice about it is it gets really good into the inside corners or the outside corners of your eye, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful mascara. I am loving this, and it was such a surprise. I used to, when I first was doing makeup in the 1980s, I think ALMAY had their one coat mascara. It was just a plain white tube with a silver top. I used to use that all the time as my main mascara because it didn't run on me when it was really hot out. It didn't leave dings. It seemed easy to use. And now that I've become more learned in makeup, this is fabulous. I'm loving this. So ALMAY Mega Volume with the Megaphone Brush mascara. My new Holy Grail mascara, and I am loving this, absolutely. I think it's about $9 or $10, $9.50 I think I paid. So definitely check that out if you're looking for a good mascara. I like a lot of volume with my mascara, and that's one of those things, it's kind of a personal choice. Not everybody likes big old honking lashes like I do, but Nicki Minaj. As you know, Ulta carries MAC products now. You can get them online. There are a couple of probably, what do they call them, flagship stores. that will carry the MAC in the store itself, but none of the ones I go to naturally have the MAC. I live in nowhere's land. This is the Nicki Minaj Nicki Nude color. It's beautiful. Let me just swatch this for you. So pretty. It is just, I think it's pretty on a lot of people. This is one of those kind of universal shades. And I get a kick out of Nicki Minaj. I think she's worked very hard to get where she's at. And she's very opinionated, and that turns people off sometimes, but I like her. I get a kick out of her music. She's got a great sense of humor, and she's a very talented person. I do like this shade a lot. Nicki Minaj, and it's called Nicki's Nude. And that's from MAC. Disappointing from e.l.f. Disappointed am I, as Yoda would say. The Clay Eyeshadow Palette. This is the e.l.f. Clay Eyes Shadow Palette, and it's in the tones of Seaside Sweetie. It doesn't have any kind of staying power, weird colors. These two are, I just was totally disappointed. I thought this was very bad, and they have instructional things here that tell you what to do. They have instructions here, and this is like for the whole lid. They're saying this is the highlight, crease, shadow for the eye. It's just a little too funky for me. I didn't like it at all. I don't know if it just didn't like the colors or if I don't know. But it didn't work for me at all. I was disappointed because e.l.f. has surprised me with a couple of other items. Speaking of, this is the e.l.f. Contour Palette, which I've had before and talked about before. It is an amazing product. And I thought I'd pull it out of my collection and use it again because I haven't used it in a while, and I made an amazing discovery. This shade right here, this contour shade, matches Fenty Beauty. Exactly. And Fenty Beauty's Amber. I'm going to swatch that for you. And then I'm going to swatch, this is a powder, of course. I'm going to show you that. This is Fenty on this side, and this is the e.l.f. Now the e.l.f. is a powder, which I actually always find powders a little easier to use, but the Fenty has been a favorite of mine. This is just a wonderful, and this is from Sephora. You can only get this at Sephora. This is Amber, and it's my favorite contour of all time, and when I started to try to use the e.l.f., I'm like, wait a minute, I've seen this before. And the only contour I have left in my collection basically is the Fenty. So it matched it exactly. So it is indeed a dupe for the Fenty. And I'm really pleased with that. Mally disappointed me with this. And I love Mally Beauty. I like her. I think she's a very positive person. She's a wonderful celebrity. And she's usually very loving, caring, you know, giving. And I like that in, you know, when I'm promoting a brand or, you know, deciding I like something. This is called Mix It Up. It's a bronzing palette, and online it looked big. It looked like it had enough room for everything. And this is the light version, which means it has all the things that are complementary to lighter skin. So I was thinking, gee, I know there's a lot of colors in here. How can they all fit? And then I looked at the actual palette. It's a nice mirror. But look how teeny tiny this is. And you can see the obvious problem with a blush palette that looks like this. Yeah, how are you going to get, like there's a line going down here, that's a color, and then there's these 4 little squares. You cannot get a decent brush into these to work with it. So that on its own is just the big fail, and I'm so disappointed because I do like the shades individually, and what I did was I used a tiny brush, and I think I used my Whoosh brush, yeah. This is from the Whoosh palette, This is the only brush I could use that could actually fit in there to the little squares, and then I used my finger on the highlight one to do the highlight, and that's, you know, I can just put that on there. And it's kind of a mustardy color, which I didn't understand at all. I didn't like that. Yes, of course, you can use these as eyeshadows. You can use them as blush, contour, and bronzer. But I'm disappointed. It's way too small, impractical, and it's going back. And it's too disappointing because the quality of our products is usually quite good. But that, to me, the sizing on this was a bad call. Whoever made that decision made a mistake. Now, Essence surprised me with this, and I picked this up just on a whim. This is the Velvet's eyeshadow collection, and this is a different, they've got to be a different formulation than those small little Essence eye palettes that, you know, you buy them for like $5.99 or whatever. They have 6 colors in them. This is different formula. My eyes today are this palette, and it's not really a palette, it's a grouping of individual colors, and just a really nice assortment of colors. These 3 up here all make perfect base shades or inner corner shades. You've got a really nice transition shade, a nice dark shade for the outer corners or for lining. You've got a nice warm shade for the outside, and then this oddball, odd man out. You've got this kind of blue, which I have in the just in the color bar, and then you have this gray color, which is very nice for kind of a neutral look. This color was surprisingly pretty. It is a, you can leave them in here, of course, but you can take them out individually if you know you're going to be using a color. There's a whole slew of product in here, and I'm really pleased with this. It's not being returned. I'm just going to put this on my inner eye so you can see it just gives a big pow right there. Gives a big pow. And I did use these, again, for today's eye look completely, is from this palette, this grouping, this assortment of Essence shadows. So I'm definitely happy with this assortment, and I definitely recommend it. I think it was $9.99. I had a 20% off coupon, so I got it for like $7.50-ish, around there. So I thought that was pretty good. I was watching Tarte, as a lot of people watch Tarte, and she was talking about the Gigi Hadid lipsticks, and she particularly loved this one. It's called Austin, and she put it on, and of course, I think she could paint herself with mud, and it would look fabulous on her. This lipstick is a very strong orangey red color, and she said it would look good on anybody. Wrong, Tati, wrong. It does not look good on anybody. But, I mean, the quality was there. It is a little bit higher price than the other Maybelline products. This is their collaboration with Gigi Hadid. And I wish I had got a different color because this is just way too strong and red for me. Let me just swatch it for you. Why didn't I swatch it? It's almost neon red, and, you know, it just doesn't look right on me. I got as a freebie. This is the Clinique High Impact Mascara. Very, very nice. Good basic. This is a very pretty lash. It's a natural pretty lash. It accentuates your natural eyes without looking too Liza Minnelli, Shirley MacLaine-ish. I've just dated myself by stating those 2 names, and if you know who I'm talking about, then you've dated yourself as well. The Clinique High Impact Mascara. It's very, very nice, and I like it very much. My ALMAY is like, it's just blown me away, that ALMAY mascara. I was pleased with this DermaBlend Smooth Liquid Camo Concealer. This is something I saw, I don't know if it was Brianna Stanko or somebody talk about this, but this is her favorite concealer, and I thought, well, I'll give it a try, because I don't really like the DermaBlend foundation at all, so I wasn't sure how I would do with this. Let me just see if I can find an age spot here to go over. The colors are a little odd, and I wasn't sure which shade to get. They have a nice assortment of colors, but it's hard to tell all the lights from each other. You don't have a lot of setup time with this product, so the second you put it on, you start blending that sucker out, or it dries down, and then you can build it up and it becomes too cakey. But this is a really nice concealer. It's not Holy Grail, but it's a very, very nice concealer, and I can see why she loves it. So the DermaBlend, and they have several different concealers, so you have to look for the one that says the Smooth Liquid Camo Medium Coverage Concealer. And that works really well on dark circles, or if you have crepiness under your eyes, wrinkles, it doesn't disturb them. It holds everything in place. And then I do a light powder over the top. So really nice DermaBlend. And they were having a sale, buy one get one 50% off for the ARDELL lashes. So I did get my Demi-Wispies from Ulta, and I got my 110s. These are my favorite lashes of all time. These are my favorites. 110 is what I started with when I was learning about how to put whole strip lashes on. And the Wispies, I generally will cut them about 3/4 of the way in and just use 3/4 of the lash on my outer lash. I have them on now. I really like these. The 110s are a nice natural beef it up your regular lash without looking too Vegas showgirl. You know, these are really, really nice. I think these are great starter lashes. You can always cut off a little bit and just make halves. I know that Elle is for living. She likes to cut them in half completely and use one half on one eye and one on the other. And they're perfect because they're only like halfways, and they give you the cat eye effect, especially those of us with hooded eyes. We have that problem, and this kind of is an optical illusion that our eyes are balanced and look great. So I do like the ARDELL lashes, and I think Ulta was having a buy one get 50% off the other. The last item, it is the last, okay. This is the Makeup Revolution Iconic 3, and I know a lot of people have talked about this, and I bought it a while ago and just kind of ignored it, but you can make an awfully pretty eye from this. It's supposed to be like Urban Decay's Naked 3 palette, and it comes so close that people say it's an exact dupe. I'm not sure that the shadows are as long lasting for me when I use it, but maybe that's just me. Maybe I need to use a different primer underneath. I don't know. But this is a great assortment. It's sort of neutral. You do get a nice dark rosy tone. There's some great satins in here. You've got some good, your basic mattes for your basic lid, your crease, and you know, your outer corner shade. This is a beautiful satiny purple color for your outer lid. It's just a really nice, more neutral to cool tone, and if you are in that category, I think these run around $12 to $15, I think. They're well worth it because the Naked palettes tend to run around $50, so this is a great dupe for the Iconic 3. So that pretty much does it for my Ulta haul, if you'll call it that, and I will be up pretty soon with a couple of other videos. I hope everybody's having a wonderful week, and I hope those of you up in New England, where I am, have got your electricity back on, and we've had quite a bad weather summer and fall. Unbelievable. Gosh. I'm just grateful to have my internet back, you know, so I can upload. So I hope everybody's having a wonderful week. Have a beautiful day. Take care. Toodles.